Ahoy there, chummers, and welcome to the Sixth World, the show where we just sit around and talk about the chip truth of the Shadowrun universe. Now, today's video is going to be a quick one, another little bonus video that I just kind of felt like recording, just because I don't know. Maybe I'm bored today. Who knows? I'm sure there's a reason for it. Maybe I'm gauging whether or not I can do a workload that supports more than one video a week. But it's probably just because I'm bored and felt like doing it. So, but anyway. So the question before us today that I'm going to pose to you is, what is your Shadowrunners, or just if you're not if you're a perpetual GM like I am, what is your very favorite gun in Shadowrun? Every runner has a favorite gun. I don't care who you are or how you try to stay away from guns. It's a fact of Shadowrunning that at some point you are going to need a firearm. And if you don't have a firearm, you're basically SOL, chummer. You're worm food. You're done. You're dead. No more runs for you. So while we don't necessarily build our characters around guns, everybody from the hardest street samurai to the lowliest fixer has some sort of firearm, if nothing else other than personal protection. And we all have a firearm that we absolutely love. Maybe we love the look at it, maybe we love the look of it, rather. Maybe we love the idea of it, or maybe there's some story around that particular gun. But we all have the guns that we like to use in Shadowrun. Now, for me, there's a couple of guns that I enjoy using. The Ares Predator, just because that's always struck me as like the iconic handgun of Shadowrunning. I mean, you look at just about every street samurai archetype out there, every combat archetype out there, when they have a firearm, 9 times out of 10, they're going to have an Ares Predator of some kind. And I think that's because the Predator itself is probably a very, very common gun. Within the world of Shadowrun, very easy to get a hold of on the streets, very easy to mod, very easy to conceal, and has some stopping power to it as well. But I've always liked the Ares Predator. Another gun that I've always used, just because I just think they're neat, is the Ingram Smart Gun. Yet another, I think, iconic Shadowrunning firearm, particularly, again, with Street Samurai. The Smart Gun, it's ready built for a Smart Link, which, if you have a character that is going to be good at shooting guns, they're probably going to want a Smart Link of some kind, of some quality, at some point in their Shadowrunning career. And an Ingram Smart Gun it's just very easy to set that gun up for that sort of thing. So that's going to be my second favorite gun. And my third favorite gun, just because there's a story behind it, is the Panther Assault Cannon from 3rd edition. Now, excuse me, assault cannons, I know this is probably wrong, but the assault cannon, I've always pictured them as being just this literal giant cannon that just fires this massive slug that just cores a target. Literally, like you take a cannon off of a tank, you put it in the hands of a troll, and that's an Ares Predator. That's a Panther Assault Cannon. And high school aged me definitely used this gun to great effect for shock value, and when I needed to kill something and it needed it to stay dead as a GM. And the story behind the first time I used the Panther, I don't know if it's the first time, but it's the most memorable time I used the Panther Assault Cannon. I think I'm almost positive I've told this story on the channel before, but I had a team who they were hired to guard a corporate executive's kid, and protect them from a cabal of vampires that was going to try and kidnap the kid to, I think it was to try to influence the executive or something like that. But they sent a team of goblins back before I realized that, goblins were kind of stupid. Because all I had at the time was the Critter Handbook from 3rd edition, which very, very thin, tiny little book that came with the GM screen. And I thought, oh, goblins, that sounds pretty cool. Oh, they're vampires too. Cool. That's awesome. I'll use these guys. Yeah, this little pamphlet, it was great for stats, but it had literally no description or like 2 to 3 sentences tops for a lot of the paracritters. So it gave you 0 sense of how to use them in the game. It basically described them just enough to tell you what it was in the very basic sense. No information about about anything other than this is what it is. Here's the stats. Go. Oh, and they would occasionally throw in, like, sometimes, oh, well, this is used as a guard critter a lot for corporations, when it's really a critter that you kind of struggle to see how it could be used as a guard animal for a corporation, but neither here nor there. I'm getting off track. So, sent a team of goblins after the kid to go kidnap it, and, they end up grabbing the kid and booking it out of the mansion that they're in. And this leads to a street chase, which, a lot of the goblins die during the street chase. Some of the runners get injured and fall behind, and one runner manages to stay behind the lead goblin, who has the kid struggling. I don't remember if he was struggling or if he was drugged or something, but he was carrying the kid. So this goblin opens up a manhole cover, jumps down into the subway system. Again, I plead high school ignorance at the time of this, not understanding really how a lot of things work. And there ends up being, it was a spur of the moment thing too. There ends up being this fight scene on top of a subway train because I thought it would be cool, which it was. It was pretty cool. And I had the goblin turn around and kind of like brace himself in between 2 cars while still holding this kid, by the way. He whips this assault cannon out, this Panther assault cannon out, and takes a shot at the runner. And the player's like, how the hell did he get, where is he pulling an assault cannon from? His pocket? And unironically, I say yes. He had the assault cannon in his pocket, and he whipped it out, and he took a shot at the runner, and it was a fun time. So ever since then, the humble Panther assault cannon has been my workhorse, my go-to when I needed to strike a little fear into the hearts of the runners, or when I just needed to remind everybody of that ridiculous moment. Because I have used the goblin with the Panther assault cannon trope before. It's kind of become a meme in my group at this point. So those are my 3 very favorite guns. What are your very favorite guns? Do you have more than one? Do you have a couple? Or do you not have any guns? You don't really have a character that uses guns. Maybe you're a street mage. Maybe you're a street samurai who, is just hardcore melee weapons and that's all he does. Let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you all next time. And that's the Chip Truth, chummers. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more Shadowrun content. Hit that notification bell so you will always know when I upload a brand new Shadowrun video, and until next time, remember to shoot straight and never, ever deal with a dragon.